Hello, my soul family and friends all over the globe. This is Julie Reisler. I am so excited to be here with you. So, in case we are new to each other, I am the host of the podcast, the You-est, which is now in 175 countries. I am also the author of Get a PhD in You, and I have an amazing free quiz I highly recommend you taking all about unlocking your intuition. And you can find that at my website, juliereisler.com or juliereisler.com/free quiz. All right. So I want to welcome you to the month of June 2022. Today is going to be really focusing on the energy of this month as well as the new and full moon. I'm going to be picking a few cards. And as you might know, I have a really I think pretty powerful deck of cards called the You-est intention cards, and they have 33 intentions. And they also have a declaration statement and questions to ask yourself that are going to help you to unlock what is really kind of fertile within you, your own answers, your own deeper desires. And so these questions are prompts. And so we're gonna choose two today. I like to start with these first. This helps me to get into my intuition. Before we begin, I'm just gonna invite you and I to kind of get ourselves grounded, to get into our heart space, and then we will get going. So I'm gonna invite you to just, with me, if you're comfortable, putting your hand or both hands on your heart and closing your eyes. And let's just take a few deep cleansing breaths together. And you might even imagine, just if you're standing or sitting, or if you're laying down, that's fine too. If you're driving, do not close your eyes. Just imagine, or if you're walking, you might just imagine roots coming out of your legs and your feet into Mother Earth, connecting you to the fertile ground. I'm hearing fertility, fertile, that important element of creation, of rebirth, of really moving in from spring to now summer. And so just imagining yourself with those roots, and then slowly bringing that energy up from the earth, up into your legs, to your sacral, which is your lower belly area, that room, that area of creativity, to your solar plexus, and then up through your heart. And we take that energy up to your throat chakra, to your third eye, where we see beyond seeing, and then into your crown at the top. All right, my friends. Here we go. I'm going to pull two cards today, and let's just see. I'm going to ask, I always like to kind of just set the intention, asking the divine to pull two cards that are going to be for your highest good. And I always trust this. This always seems to work out exactly connected in the way it's supposed to. So there is one, and this second one feels right. Okay. So the cards that I chose for June. Oh, beautiful. Love it. Okay. Light is the first card. I'm going to read it to you, and then I'll tell you what the second one is. So here is the intention. Light eradicates all darkness. I am a being filled with light, and I illuminate this inner light wherever I go. I choose to be a light in this world. Got this actually, I believe, 2 months ago. I've picked this a few times this year already. So I really am going to invite you to listen now to these questions and see where they might be questions to further reflect upon, okay? How can I add more lightness to my life? Where would I like to have more light in my life? And how am I being a light into others? And what are more ways to do this? So light might be shining the light on something that has been hidden, or that has been perhaps sleeping, so to speak, within you. Maybe it's a dream, a vision, a goal, something that feels buried, that's within you that you know you're here to do. I would encourage you to really journal and reflect on this. How might you shine the light on something that's important to you, right? Maybe it's shining the light on somebody else, right? Maybe it's on your partner or your child or yourself. There's so many ways to step into your greater light. And I do believe we all came here with very specific gifts and talents, right? And beautiful, beautiful ways of contributing to the world. And when each of us, this is the whole idea behind being your You-est, when you are tapping into your gift, what lights you up, right? Going into energy, because your energy, your emotion, energy and motion is going to be your guide, your navigator. So what gives you energy? What lights you up? That is a very important guide for you to know you're on the right path. And that is a lot of what I believe and what I've been taught, and I listen into my own self. So light, what makes you feel light in your step? You could do this with the foods that you're eating. What foods make you feel light and bright, right? And those that make you feel heavier, especially at this time of year for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. What thoughts have you feel lighter? This is really important. What thoughts have you feel lighter? What are some beliefs that feel lighter versus that feel heavier? All of our beliefs are just thoughts that we've practiced over and over again. And I have to remind myself of that every day. That's where having intentions or a mantra can be very helpful, right? Like all of life is a lesson, right? Everything I'm experiencing is adding to my learning and brings greater light for me to see in myself. And what we see within ourselves and what we express in ourselves, of course, is radiated on the outside. Your inner world is going to depict and mirror your outer world. Your outer world will mirror what's going on the inside. So I love this. The first one is light. Now, the second card is integrity, and this is an important one. I'm going to read to you the way that I define it. Integrity is the cornerstone of having a life that works with ease. Okay? I choose to align my words, my actions with my highest intentions and follow through on what I say and commit to. I show up in my life today with integrity and responsibility for all that occurs in my life. So some questions to ask. Whom do I respect that honors the gift of integrity? How do I feel around that person? Where can I add more integrity into my own life? And why is integrity so important to me? So I'm going to invite you to look at this word. It can kind of feel heavy sometimes. Look at it instead of judgment. Like integrity can often feel heavy and like it's a judging thing. I'm going to ask you to look at it like integrity as workability. So what's working in your life and what's not? This is a great question to reflect on. Where is my life working? Maybe you have a really fantastic routine in your morning. Maybe you have a great morning routine and an evening routine where you get up and you tune into the gratitude energy and you meditate and you stretch and you move. Great. But maybe the way that you're eating right now, maybe it's not as much of integrity. And Lord, do I know that area, right? So what would be workable? What would be an integrity for your body? This is something I will share with you very openly. I have a very dear friend recently who said, Julie, she'd come to visit. She'd made these amazing muffins with healthy ingredients, but one of the ingredients was maple syrup. And my body doesn't process sugar well. It just doesn't. It treats it like an alcoholic would with alcohol. So I had the muffin and then I wanted more. And we were talking and she said, when I come over again and I want to bake something, can I use maple syrup? Because it seemed like that was hard for you. And I said, no, that is not an integrity for me. I wish it was. I would love to have things with maple syrup, but it's not. I do better when there's no sugar or something like stevia. So whatever that might be, that might not be you. Right? It might be what's an integrity for you is you really need 8 full hours of sleep and maybe you're getting 6 and you're not feeling your best, right? So asking this question from a place of love and compassion and non-attachment. Okay, we don't judge. We're not going to judge what the answer is. We're just asking so that we can get a sense and really look at, be truthful, be honest. What is an integrity? Maybe some of the behaviors in your life, maybe those are out of integrity. They're just not to the standard. They're not workable. And there's a great example that I've heard to think of integrity in this way. If you think about a bicycle, okay, if you have a bicycle with a wheel that's missing 2 spokes, it's out of integrity. It's going to be harder to ride that bike. It's not good or bad. It's out of integrity. So integrity is workability. I want you to look at what's workable. And I would look in terms of your mind, right? What are you saying to yourself? Your thoughts, your actions, your body, your physicality, and your spirituality, your life that is connected to your spiritual. You're giving ample time for yourself to rest and play and connect at a deeper level, all of that. This can be very powerful. And what I think is actually, I'd actually say it's even, I would put the cards this way. I would say, first, check out what is integrity, what's in integrity and what's working and what's not. Do that deeper dive. And I'd love to hear. You can post in the You-est Facebook community, send me an email, comment in YouTube down below. Like, let us know. Let me know. Where are you in integrity? Where aren't you? There's something very powerful about doing this in a communal spirit and in a communal way. And my sense is, and what I've experienced in my life is that when things are workable, that's where light follows, right? When there's no obstruction, right? There's nothing obstructing that area of your life. That's where we can get darkness. That's where we can feel in the dark. But when you start really tapping into what's workable, that's where we get that lightness. And so I love these together. They really play beautifully. And of course, June is such a beautiful time of year. We are heading into soon. We're going to have the solstice, June 21st, and that will be our time to connect into the summer energy. At least again on the northern hemisphere. So we're going to talk for a moment about the moons that are coming up. We have the full moon on June 14th. This is also known as the strawberry moon. The strawberry moon, in part because strawberries are very prevalent in June. It's also connected to that energy of love. And the astrological sign that is connected with this strawberry moon in June is Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is all about play and fun and truth and spiritual connection and abundance. So one thing, and I actually just recorded my podcast episode this week about this, is the idea of doing intuitive writing to manifest your greater vision. So writing in that affirmative present tense, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then write what you are calling in, what's here right now, as though it's here. So I'd give the example of a new house. I'm so happy and grateful now that my new home is here, that I get to sit on the back deck and overlook my beautiful pool and get to go in my cold plunge and whatever else, right? So think about, what is it that you would like to manifest? Maybe it's a new relationship. So I'm so happy and grateful now that I am with a partner that it just fits like a glove, that feels delicious, where we connect and we are different, but we connect on similar spiritual principles. I'm making this up. So whatever it is that you're looking to call forth, this is a powerful month to do that. Sagittarius is very connected to Jupiter, which is all about abundance and luck. So we want to do this. A great way to do it is through this intuitive writing, by manifesting and calling in your vision, what maybe even abundance that you're looking for, wealth, right? Opportunities. Do it by writing every day. Try it. Since watching this video, try it every day for this month. Notice what happens. First of all, your gratitude meter and set point will go way, 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 way up, which will only bring in more things to be grateful for, but it's a powerful way to bring in abundance. So that is June 14th. We're going to be in that full moon of Sagittarius. The element connected is fire, and fire can be a transmuting and transforming element. So if there's something that you're looking to transform, really get clear. And what would you love? Use that word, not just like, what would you love to experience? Use that energy of what would I love, and then write about it in the present. Okay. And let me know below. Let me know in the comments. What are you manifesting? And what is manifesting? What's popping in? What are you noticing? The new moon that's coming up is going to be in June, later June 28th. And that is the new moon in Cancer, which is all about that crab that is like in its shell, but is, it's a water sign. So it's very connected to home and family and connection and love. So notice, right? Often new moons are a great time for a ritual, for an intention. So June 28th, that's going to be that new moon. Really get clear. What is it you are intending? Maybe it's taking your health to that next level, whatever it might be. You can ask yourself and just get clear. And again, share it here. Let us know. What are you intending? So I hope this was helpful. We have such great energy coming in this month. Beautiful, longer days, more sunlight, more connection, as I said, to the light. And remember that one of the ways to feel more light, to feel more lightness, to feel more connected to your You-est, your soul, your purpose is through integrity. Integrity being workability, what is workable and what's not. So I hope this was helpful in getting you to think of ways to reflect and to come more connected to your You-est. I'm also a big, big believer that our intuition is one of our most greatest guides. We all have it. We all have different ways of interpreting it. So if you have not yet taken my free intuition test, my friend, you've got to do that. It is so powerful, and it will give you one of 4 types that is your dominant type. I don't want to give it away, but I definitely recommend that you take it. The link is below, or just go to juliereisler.com/free test or juliereisler.com. You'll see it right there. My dear friend, soul family, so honored to be here with you. May you have a blessed, light-filled, incredible June, full of integrity, workability, and lots of abundance and joy. I'm so honored to be here with you. And as always, namaste. The light and divine spark in I honors and sees the same in you. Mwah.